How art thou? Oh gosh,
I'm
yes.
great. How are you?
I rushing.
Rushing.
Yes, I was rushing.
Did you get distracted
I did. I should,
again?
yeah, again. Again, yes, again,
Must have
again.
been good. It must have been good. To get your attention, it must have been good.
Oh yes, yes. It was a good conversation. So it was good. It's always about family time, right? So
Exactly.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
welcome everybody
Welcome
to some Fresh Fridays. It's
to
finally
fun.
Friday, right?
Right?
Thank
Yeah.
God it's Friday.
Thank God. I'm telling you, it's been a rough. Well, I wouldn't say rough. Rough is not a good terminology. I
Mm.
would say it was a very hectic, a lot of moving parts week. Yeah.
Moving parts. I like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
description. Moving parts. And
Yeah. A
did they
lot.
move all in the right direction? That's the question.
Some of them did.
Some of them did.
Some of
We're,
them did.
we're, we're in retrograde at the moment, Mercury retrograde, if that means anything.
Oh, then I have an excuse.
Uh huh. So is everybody else. There's been
Awesome.
some
I have an excuse.
bedlam going on.
Good. All right.
People, conversations,
Oh.
energy, understanding one another.
Hmm.
Let's not forget the digital world, everything to do with, you know, technology and computers. Apparently, some people have had some crazy things happen where they've lost all their information, software, etc., etc.
Me.
Had something happen?
Yeah. Yeah. It wouldn't connect. It wouldn't do a whole bunch of stuff, and it was just crazy. I would talk on the phone with my counterpart,
Hmm.
and we would talk about a case, and then next thing you
Hmm.
know, it dropped. And then when I call her back, it wouldn't ring. And then she would try to call me back, and then we finally got the connectivity back, and then she said it just wouldn't ring. So yeah, so all of that was happening today. So
There you go. Some
yeah,
evidence.
yeah. So I'm looking a little haggard because my hair appointment is not until Monday. So you
Oh,
get
you
to see.
no, you look great.
So you
Just
get to see.
needs a
You
bit
get,
of trim, a bit of color or something, does it?
yeah.
It's
It just
grown. It's grown
yeah
so much. Are you
yeah.
growing it again?
Yes, I am. I am growing it. Yeah. So let's talk about
So,
this top 5 questions uh, um, that is mostly asked on Google. I googled it.
of course, why
Of
not? We all Google it, right?
Yeah.
Let's
So
see what Google's got to say. So, yeah, well, how did all this start? Because I asked you earlier, I said, How did this whole topic start?" Because I know it's something that some people ask themselves, other people don't ask themselves.
mhm,
Never ask yourself, maybe you need to listen to this segment because it might be one of those questions you need to ask yourself, right?
yeah, you do.
So do share with us, Zanetta, how did all
Yeah.
this come about?
So I'm an investigator, and uh, that's one of the common questions. What do you do? Who are you? Kind of thing. And and so I was having a conversation, and this individual just went on and on and on and on and on, and it hit me. I'm like, wow, they never really answered the question. So then I started talking to another individual, and this is not work, by the way. It was just a friend,
Mhm.
and so I asked, who are you? If you
Mhm.
were to introduce yourself, who would you be? What would you say? And so this individual was like, oh, I would say da 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 da. And I was like, oh, but that's not okay. So then I asked myself the question. And when I asked myself, I wrote some things down. I'm not going to reveal it just yet because
Mhm.
we're, we're going to talk about it. Um, so what is your first thought? So what I also did, and that's what I'm going to do here. What I also did is that I asked certain individuals
Mhm.
the same question. And I asked permission if I can read their comments. And they gave me, they're gracious enough to say that yes, um, I can read their comments. So here is one of them. Okay.
While you're looking at that, I just want to say
Mhm.
hello to Natalie. She has
Oh,
joined
hi.
us. Hi,
Yes.
Natalie.
Hello, good evening. Okay, so here's one of them. I asked, um, you know, who are you? And off the top of your head, tell me what you would say. I am a child of God, created unique. I am fun loving, kind, and a soft. I am a funny person at times. I am someone who loves love. I'm a wife, mom, daughter, family member, and friend. I am someone worth being around. I am a ball of emotions. I am someone who thinks a lot. I am someone who doesn't expect easy, but willing to work hard. I am me, loud and courageous. What do you think about that?
Wow.
Does that sound like she answered the question?
Continue.
Okay.
Part of it she did. Part of it she did.
Oh, okay. Part of it she did. All right.
I don't, well, I
Um,
wouldn't say she hasn't.
I want to know part of it that you think she didn't. Okay. So here's another one. When asked who I am, I would say I am who I am because I have just not yet figured it out. I feel sometimes lost because I haven't figured it out. My dad would tell me, you are a queen of many talents, and I have time to figure it out. I thought that was nice.
Mm.
That was a lot of insight there. The other ones didn't quite give me their answers. So there you go. Those are the two that gave me the permission.
Actually, yeah, they pretty much um, they did answer. And even the last one who said, I don't know who I am,
Mhm,
but I'm trying to figure it out. I guess, there's still, I am who I am,
mhm,
as the Bible says, I am that I am. And anything that goes after am is
mhm.
exactly who you are.
Okay. So, Stefania, if I were to ask you, who are you? What would you say?
I thought you were going to share it with me who you were first because you made
No,
a big.
no, 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 nope, nope, nope. I will share it after you share. Go ahead.
Okay. I guess because I've done quite a bit of work around who I am, and
Okay.
I am amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
am I am spirit,
Oh,
I am
hold on.
energy, I
Hold on.
am
Hold on.
brilliant, I am intelligent,
Hold on, let me get a pen. Okay.
I'm
All right.
spontaneous. I'm adventurous. I'm fun. I'm fun loving. I'm lovable. I'm lovable. I am love.
Mm,
I I am emotions, a bundle of emotions, and they range in they range from I'm not going to say I'm not going to say from good to bad because emotions are not good or bad. They are. So I'm a variety of emotions.
mm.
So yeah, I am a lot of things. I've done a really big long list of things that I am.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
unique. I know I'm unique. There's no one out
Mhm,
there like me. Like there's no
mhm,
one out there like you or anyone else out there.
mhm.
Um, I am confident.
Mm, okay.
I'm comfortable in my own skin.
Mhm.
Uh, and I am extraordinary. I'm going to really step into that, embrace that. I am extraordinary.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting you've asking this question because there's been some very enlightening moments this week for me.
Nice. Yes.
And the light went on as it does many times. You know, it
Mhm,
goes on in little patches. And in that, what does that mean? The light went on. To really acknowledge and embrace who I am and where I've come from. And yeah, that I'm I'm okay. I'm perfect exactly where I am in my life. And I'm good with that. I'm happy and I'm excited and looking forward to more amazing times,
mhm.
adventures, experiences.
Mm, mm, okay. Nice. Beautiful. I'm not gonna make a comment yet. Okay. I am going to, um, I guess, give you what I wrote down. Okay. Who am I? With a confident smile, I am the amalgamation of countless experiences, a symphony of words and emotion woven into the fabric of existence. I am a product of introspection and growth, a journey through the labyrinth of life's complexities. I am a storyteller. I'm a curator of ideas. I am a seeker of understanding. My identity is fluid, shaped by the ebb and flow of interactions and the resonance of shared narratives. In this moment, I am the voice that echoes a collective human experience. I am both reflective and a projection, a testament to the power of language and the beauty of shared conversation. Who am I? I am the embodiment of the stories we tell and the connection we forge, a living testament to the richness of the human tapestry.
Oh la la. That's what I gotta say. Oh la la. Let's drop the mic.
Because that's who we are. I love where this individual said, I'm still finding myself. That's basically the simple way of saying who I am. Because I'm still navigating, I'm still going through the tapestry, I'm still trying to, all this, um, uh, different experiences that comes and goes, that ebb and flow of life, the labyrinth of life, that So if you're taking a look at it as to who you are, you're an echo of everything that you have come from the time that you took your first breath to today. You're just, you're this complicated individual. You're this beauty, this great creation, the uniqueness of you, because your experience is not my experience. And even if we are together experiencing the same thing, our reaction, our take-in is not the same. So when somebody says, "Who are you?" I'm a mother. No, that's a title.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a child of God. That's a title. It's not who you are. You're this more than. You know. So yeah, though I love the way you say you're amazing. Yeah, because there's no word. There's no. You can't put it in a. You can't put a label to it of how amazing you are. You say I'm amazing. Well, how amazing are you? Well, let me just tell you. Just take a look at this. So when you start to see yourself that way, how did you feel when you started saying all those words as to who you are?
Mm. Oh, it's you're lighting up inside. I just felt like I was just lighting up. And I like to be reminded to ask myself that question actually, because yeah, this is what forms your paradigm of who you are and how you execute things and how you create things. And if because you're creating from that thought of who you
Yeah.
think you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me say
Um,
that again. You're creating from that thought of who you think you are. So if you're
yes.
thinking less of yourself, then you're creating from that vibration.
hmm Yeah. Yeah. Um, when I started writing down as to who I am, because I can't uh, I can't forget the past. I can't eliminate that. I can't eliminate all of the mistakes or all of the heartaches and all of that that has happened to me in the past. So I say I am a reflection and a projection.
Hmm.
So everything that happened to me in the past and what's going on in the present that I can project in the future, that's who I am. I'm not stagnant. You never heard me say I'm stagnant because no. When Let me see, let me go back to that one that said, um, but my dad would tell me, "You are a queen of many talents, and I have time to figure it out." So, when she said, "I am who I am because I have have not just yet figured it out," I feel sometimes lost, but I haven't figured it out. So there's that ebb and flow. She doesn't know how to articulate it yet, but when you use the words, "I'm a reflection and a projection," that's the ebb and flow. That's the intricacy of the life. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know how I am, and I haven't quite figured it out yet. So let me put words to it to where it will be solid as to who I am. Because when you understand who you are and when you start putting actual words to it, I am amazing. I am creative. I am a ball of light. I am the laughter that comes from your belly and just blurts out. So when you start to say these words and put it in those kind of contexts, it changes what you feel inside. But when you start to say, well, I am Zanetta Wooden and I'm married and I have 3 kids and I have a bonus child and I have 11 grandkids altogether. I have 2 bonus children from my husband, my current husband, and I'm divorced. It's like, but if I tell you something totally different, when you start to hear, I am the embodiment of the stories we tell and the connection we forge, a living testament to the richness of the human tapestry. I sound like I'm a poet. Zenetta is a poetry. Yeah, so when you start to do that, you change it. You change your perspective. You change your outlook. And once you start to look at you, and when you hear those words that you're saying, I am, doesn't that make life like the possibilities are endless that you can attain?
Absolutely. And what the secret is in that, I'd like to add, is stepping into that feeling. Because you could be saying it, but not feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
So it means nothing. Because see
Mm-hmm.
how you were saying it, you could tell your whole expression, your body, the body movements, your face was lighting up. You're feeling that amazing. You're feeling like the tapestry of
Humanity.
humanity.
Yeah.
You're a reflection of your past and the voice that you speak, or whatever it was, the vocal tapestry that's coming through as well, because your voice is like a vocal tapestry as well, of
Yes.
woven stories that you tell yourself.
Yes.
So, if you can get into that feeling as you speak it, that's where the secret sauce is. It's getting into the feeling. Because you could
Yes.
say, "Oh, I'm amazing. Yeah, I'm confident and I'm brilliant at what I do. I'm intelligent. I'm all love, I'm all about love." You know, the energy is just different,
Yeah.
and you're not feeling it. It's like you're trying to tell yourself, you're telling a story, but you're not feeling it. You're not embodying it. And
Yeah.
yet that is what really makes the difference. So for those people that, and I'm sure we've got some people out there in the audience saying, "Oh, that's easy for you to say."
Mm.
If I'm not feeling it, I can't say it. And even if I say it, I'm not feeling it.
Uh huh. Yeah.
And I say, "Well, you're right." You're actually perfectly right. Because if you don't step into that feeling, you won't get to feel it.
Right.
It's the same thing where you're having a vision, or you're imagining, let's say, your new next car that you want to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you are imagining what it feels like
Mm-hmm.
to be sitting in that, I don't know. Let's go really out there and imagine a Ferrari.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Bugatti.
Oh, yeah? Or a Lamborghini,
Bugatti.
a Bugatti. All right, a Bugatti. I've stood next to one. I've never sat in one.
It's 1.6. It's one
What,
point six million.
1.6 million? Is that how much that is? Okay. And do you imagine the feeling of sitting in that car, and the leather, the way that seat just hugs you, and the smell of that leather, and you are feeling this amazing excitement, adrenaline of holding that steering wheel, of, using that accelerator and changing gears, and the feeling is just wow,
Mm-hmm.
ecstatic,
Hmm. Yeah. It,
amazing,
it, it
extraordinary. It's
yeah,
electrifying.
it's exhilarating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can actually take yourself there, and for those, 60 seconds, whatever, or a couple of minutes, really feel the
Hmm.
energy of that car, of driving. You can actually be you're hypnotizing yourself. That's what you're doing.
Right. Right. Exactly. Well, uh, so we have Jack Lock, I believe.
Oh, hi, Jack. How are you?
Authentic. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Um,
you. All the way
so
from London.
yeah. Oh, one of these days I'll be on that side. I'll be on that side of the world. But uh, when you even just, I mean, just even taking a look back, I mean, because sometimes if I say Bugatti, people are like, what is a Bugatti? What does it even feel like? What is um, even if when you start to look back and when you bought your first new car, I mean, just that feeling, just you're so excited. Oh my God, I bought me, myself. I bought this car. Nobody bought it for me. This is from my hard earned money. You know, this, it, and you sit it and you're so proud and you're just so, you want to show everybody. Oh, I think I'll go to the mall today. I think I'll take a stroll. I'll drive to the mailbox. It's just I don't care. you know so it's like, that feeling, that amazing feeling that you have accomplished, that you were able to do something, and that is who you have on the inside. You were able to accomplish, you were productive, so these are different words that we need to embody more, rather than our title, our name, and what we do. So I'm an investigator. See, I can just say I investigate instead of I am an investigator. I investigate cases because that's not who I am. That is what I do. That is my profession. But that's not who I am. When I investigate, um, some of the clients are already frazzled. They're already thinking, here's another person that's not going to listen to me, and they're all for the company. You know? And so what I will do is I will ease all of that. I will make sure, I will acknowledge what they're feeling, and this is what I'm going to do. So it changes the dynamics. And I always get the compliment of, this is your calling. You are amazing at what you do. You don't make it seem like you're interviewing me. It doesn't seem like you're interviewing me. It seems like you're trying to listen to what happened. And that was my goal. My goal is I want to be able for the clients to experience, they're telling me the story as to what happened, not me interviewing them. So, so when you embody that, um, I have counterparts that like, so they get that kind of reaction towards me from the clients. They get, well, you're not listening to me, and I'm not. I got hung up on. Well, so it's how you make the other person feel. So when you feel that way, it's easy for you to make another person feel that way. Easy.
Yes. Yeah, because we're all mirroring to each other.
Yes. So when you say you're amazing, I felt that. I was like, you even leaned in. I'm amazing. Yes, you are. Yes, you
Now,
are.
now let's just, make it real here. It wasn't it didn't just happen overnight,
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
for me
Yeah.
to step into that and to really lean into that and say, "I'm amazing. I
Yeah.
am amazing." Because remember what I said a couple of weeks ago? We spend half our life, being taught to do things a certain way, think a certain way, and then we spend the other half of our life
Doing.
undoing what we thought was right because it was only modeled to us by our parents or our teachers or society.
Yeah.
And now, the other part of our life, half of the of our other life, we spend undoing that and reprogramming, reframing, deleting,
Mm-hmm.
adding
Yeah.
new paradigms.
Yeah.
So yeah, it isn't easy to do immediately. However, you don't give up.
Don't.
Don't give up. You keep going. You keep going. In fact, I was having this interesting conversation yesterday with one of my friends, and I asked him, when was the last time, when was the last time you told yourself you loved yourself? And he just like, male. He paused and he goes, well, you don't even have a last time, do you? I said to him, and he goes, hang on. He goes, I'd say about a month ago, I said, "You'd say." "No, really. Did you?" And how many times did you tell yourself? And he did. He said it once. I said, "So you've told yourself in the last 1 month, 4 weeks ago, that you love yourself?" And he said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Why? How many times do you tell yourself you love yourself?" I said, "Every day." And he said to me, "Well, how do you do that?" "What do you mean, how do I do it?" I said, "Okay, so what I do," and I broke it down for him,
Mm-hmm.
my dear friend. I won't mention his name because he follows me.
Okay.
And I said, I look in the mirror and I tell myself, I say, I love you, Stefania. I love all of you. I love every bit of you. And like, I'm not exaggerating. This is how I was telling him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Mm-hmm.
feeling this love at that very moment for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started saying, "Oh my God, Stefania." He goes, "I love you too." Because I really, really, really love you. I mean, you've been listening to me for the last 2 hours. I You are real. I love you. I said, "Okay, the purpose of this of
The purpose
telling
of
you
this is
this was
probably
not."
say,
But did you see the energy it created? This
right,
is what
right.
I'm talking about. So when we love ourselves to
Mm-hmm.
that point that you just explode, it's only you in the mirror. You don't have to, because so many people get all, I can't tell myself I love myself and look in the mirror and say I love myself. Well, hell yeah, no one else is looking at you. We do
Right.
things, we do things when no one's looking that aren't so pleasant. We still do those things, right?
True. Mm-hmm.
So what's wrong with just giving yourself a bit of love like that?
Right.
So yeah, it generated that energy within him.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Yeah.
was, you know, something I said, like, I'm gonna ring you tomorrow and you're gonna tell me how many times you told yourself you loved yourself. And he just laughed. I said,
Well,
"I'm serious. I'm serious."
I would like an update as to how,
Yes, yes,
you
I will give you an update.
know, and to also, because we're talking about, what, who are we? Who am I? When you start telling yourself this, I love you. And when you say that, it changes the everything changes because you're looking at you and you're saying I love you. So therefore, you can't say nobody loves me.
Right.
It erases that, it deletes that. It becomes like, oh, we do love ourselves. Oh, we do. Oh, since we love ourselves, so the body reacts to that.
Mm.
To if you just start telling yourself you are an amazing individual, your voice matters. Whenever you speak, people do listen. It might not be a sea of people, but people do listen. They do.
Mm.
They might not react the way you want them to react, but they do listen. They do hear you. Your voice matters. What you say matters. You are an important person in a room. That well, I'm just so small, I'm insignificant. Change that wording. Change those. Change it because um, life is so complicated.
Oh, yeah.
It has a lot of twists and turns, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of joys and disappointments, and I mean, just it's just a conglomerate of chaos, beautiful chaos. I call it beautiful chaos. And because you're in your world and you have experienced the things that you have experienced, and when you share that with me, then it gives me the confidence that if Stefania can do it,
Hmm.
then I can do it too. I might be a little bit afraid, but I know I can do it. I heard Stefania's story because I'm still stuck with your going to the U.S. I really am. I know what New York is like. I know what the Bronx. That's what they do. The Bronx. Uh, so that's the original Wakanda. Uh, Wakanda forever. But that's the Bronx. Um, you know, I know, and the way you look does not fit. I'm telling the truth.
Ah,
With your accent, no, no, they have a different accent.
I know. That's why I learned
So,
to keep my mouth shut most of the times when I was out and about in the streets, especially
but
at those early hours of the morning.
but how long were you there by yourself?
Mhm.
You just made this decision. So you're this. Hold on. I'm gonna. You're you're a curator of ideas. That's what you are. You're a curator of. I know I put this for me, but yeah, you are a curator for ideas. You are. You just come up with it. Oh, this is what I'm going to do. What? Oh, I'm going to be a bartender. What? Did you have some mixology? No.
Yeah, I know, I
Yeah,
know.
not one time, but several times you've done this. And so I know that when I step into something that is unknown to me, that is very foreign, that I know that, I've never done it before, I will not say, oh, I can't do that. What I will say is that I'm going to ebb and flow. I'm
Mm.
going to go through this. I'm going to, dive in and, you know, see what's in me. I want to see what I have in me. That's what I want to see. I want to see if I can do this. Yeah, and then it becomes a different, perspective. It becomes a different outlook. It becomes Like I might do it, I might be afraid, but I'm going to do it afraid because I have an example with it.
Yeah, you can do it afraid, or you can do it afraid and get excited about it as well. Get excited about being afraid.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
I'm not saying I was not afraid.
right.
There were moments I was afraid,
Yeah,
very afraid. But it's like, there's a saying in Italian, when you're on the dance floor, you just dance.
makes so much sense.
You're on the dance floor, you gotta dance. You just can't get off the dance floor. I mean, you can get off there, but, at the end, everyone's doing the same thing, throwing their arms around, they're trying to do something, they're trying to find their way. We're all doing the same thing in just different areas, different circles, we're all doing the same thing.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
when we take the focus off ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
take the focus off, or how am I going to look? What are people going to say? Oh, what's the stories people are going to tell about me? And because it's all about me, me, me.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than, well, how can I be of service, and how can I make this exhilarating? What can I learn from this? What feedback will I get from it? It then takes the focus off you and makes
Mm-hmm.
it more exciting, fun, less pressure.
Yeah, I think you could take the focus off of what others, because we're so worried about others. Everything is others. Um, instead of looking inner and seeing what you have, what you give. I'm on the dance floor, and let me see, let me hear the rhythm. Okay, let me hear the beat. Okay, let my body groove to the beat. Let my feet, listen to the beat. Let me see that one. Oh, that's a little bit too fast for me. Okay, let me look at that one. Oh, there we go. Try to mimic it, and oh, I'm doing it. I'm dancing. So when you start to eliminate what people think or how you look, or but just delve into what's the experience, and that just it a little bit easier makes it a little bit easier. So one of Natalie's here. um, she thought that she couldn't do some of the things that flight attendants, because she went through flight attendant school, and she would sometimes message me. I'm like, you can do this, you got this, you got this. And
Mhm.
that's what I kept on telling her, you got this, you got this, you have it in you, you can do this, you got it, you have it. So oftentimes we don't realize that from age 0 to 8, we're already equipped from 0. From age 0, believe it or not, we're fully equipped. But we're being taught outer as to, quote unquote, how to live through our surroundings. Thus, different languages. If I was born in the Philippines, which I was, I can speak the language. And so my dad is American, and so he speaks English to me, so therefore I can speak English. So those are outer things that are teaching me how to be. And then their conviction is being put on me.
Mhm.
So as you grow older, the um, the fearlessness. Because if you look at a baby, they're fearless. They don't see that if they try to step off the curve, that they're going to fall, or they don't see that. All they see is they want to get off the curb. They want to walk. They want to crawl. They want to get up. They want to do this. They want to grab something. Fear is not within the baby.
Mhm.
They don't have it. Fear is taught.
Mhm.
That's why I said what was in you is already there. So
Yeah.
your courage, your sense of exploration, when you explore, I don't want to go there because no, when you're a baby, you explored a lot. What is this? You can never get on a dance floor, my Jackson's break. There was some there was some music and dancing in the end of the region. I was feeling so awkward. I could get up and dance, even watching others. Oh, so you're shy. Oh, it's your extreme shyness. Okay. So it's your extreme shyness. Um, so I think, the shyness comes in. If we look at if we look at a baby, again, if we look at a baby, baby's not shy.
No.
They don't care.
And it's not shameful either. It has no
No.
nothing. Like it will, even the way a baby will eat and spread that food all over their face,
Yeah.
even like they'll eat their their poo if they
All
if
over.
yeah, yeah, if a
Yeah.
mum would let them.
There's no shame, there's no shyness. I mean, because they want to just explore. They want to just have this ball of energy and this happiness, this joy. You'll see on TikTok or on Facebook or on Instagram, all of these babies, the mothers, what did you do? And you see the camera on them, and they have paint all over them. And one of the older siblings had painted the baby. And the baby was just fine with it. He said, did you paint your sister? Mm-hmm. What did you use?
Oh, actually, I forgot a little patch over here. Let me just go back and just fill in that area.
I mean, the baby was painted all. I mean, everything was paint. I mean, paint, not paint, wall paint. Yeah,
Wow,
that's what.
wall paint.
Yes,
Okay. Well, how did it get into wall paint? It's dangerous actually because of the toxins in
so that's what. And the baby was like, was just happy. It was like,
and probably getting excited with the mother's a reaction probably too, and going, "Oh, I
yes,
get a
yeah,
reaction here."
yeah. I was like, oh my. And so even the sibling who was, I think, like 2 or 3, was just having a good time. They were just painting. So the mother's reaction of, "Oh my God, what did you do?" So now that tone, that questioning goes now into the child's.
Mhm. Psyche.
Yes, and so it becomes, when the child gets chastised or gets a spanking or gets told, then shame comes in. So that's what happened. Of course, you're not John Travolta. You're Wayne Preston. Yeah, I know. Yes, you are not. I am not a John Travolta. Yes, you are not because you're Wayne Preston. That's who you are. You're uniquely made. And if you have two right feet, then you need to go to a podiatrist and get it changed. Make sure you get it changed. Make sure you say, Doc, I have two right feet. Can I have one left foot?
Excuse me, that's funny. They usually say I've got 2 left feet rather than 2 right feet.
It's the same thing. Go to a podiatrist.
Exactly.
No.
Get it
So,
altered.
yeah. And so what if you're two right feet? Who cares? There
Yeah,
are people who are in a wheelchair that goes on the dance floor and dances.
I know. Have you seen them? They're
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, amazing. So having two right feet should not be an excuse.
Absolutely not. And you're right. There's these stories we tell ourselves. I remember when I went away a couple of months ago, I think when I went to Sydney, I think I told you, for the dance convention. Now, I hadn't danced in a long time. I had a bit of break. So it's not like you forget to dance, but you lose a little bit of confidence. I won't lie to you. I
Mm-hmm.
felt like I'd lost a little bit of confidence. And we were doing workshop after workshop after workshop. And I happened to dance with this one person because we had to partner off. He was shorter than me, which wasn't a problem. I've danced with short men who are
Mm-hmm.
confident and know how to lead. Well, this guy, he started feeling a certain way, which was he was letting off this energy like he didn't want to dance with me. I understood. But then I thought the way he was feeling, I was taking on board his energy and taking it on as if I wasn't good. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't something. I was missing a beat. My steps weren't right. And then he said, "You know, I'm I'm too short and my arm hurts, my shoulder hurts." That's what he said to me because he didn't want to dance with me anymore. Wow. I felt rejected. I'll be honest. I felt rejected. I made it all about me. Let me tell you, it ruined my next 24 hours until I snapped out of it because I know how to do it. I just had to choose to do it and had the best time of my life for the remainder of the 7 days that I was there. But if I had hung on to that, I would have made it all about me. That it and it was just his own insecurities that were going on.
Yeah.
Was starting to affect the way I saw the way I danced and my confidence and everything like that. So yeah, we can do that. We can take on other people's I ams.
Yeah. 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 We can. We can. We allow their IMs to be ours. And so, um, I don't know if I told you this before, but I was a choreographer before, and we had our dance group, and I would never forget. Oh my God, we were performing, and the spotlights are on us, and one of the dance step was to kick up and then put our foot down. So when I kicked up, I felt my shoe fly out. And I
Oh,
was like, oh my God. I was like, well, look like I'm gonna be dancing with one foot without a shoe. And or I will kick the other shoe off. And then I'll just dance barefoot. That was my plan. And then to make it worse, I heard the audience gasp. Like, so I knew they saw the show. And let me tell you what happened. Never in a million years, ever. The shoe dropped when my foot went on top of it and slipped in.
no.
Yes. So they said, "Oh wow, what an exhibition!"
That's like you wouldn't have been able to do it even if you tried to do it in that manner.
No, no, it just so happened to do that
Mm.
because my mindset was, "Oh, okay, well, looks like The next step is I'm gonna be without, barefoot one, with the shoe the other. Then I'll figure out how to kick the other one off, and I'll just dance barefoot. But as soon as I put my foot down, my foot went into my shoe, and so they thought it was the exhibition. And so during that time, we were doing break dance. We were doing all kinds. So they thought
Wow.
it was, yeah. So now I'm just, they said, "Oh, what an exhibition!" So I was like, "Oh yeah, if it does it again, I will not. I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen again.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I will kick the other foot. I will kick the other shoe just to have it as, you know." So yeah, it depends on how you see yourself. When you make a mistake. Like with Kazaya, I said, Kazaya, nobody knows you're making a mistake on the piano because nobody knows the piece.
Hmm.
I said, so the only time the audience will know that you're making a mistake is if you do this.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Stuff done.
yeah. The audience don't know that. They just listen. They just listen to, to what you're playing, and they love the melody of it. They don't know if you changed it or you have your own rendition. They don't know that. So don't, just continue to play. Just play the piano and just go on with it. So yeah. So if you just have a little bit of um, belief in you,
Mm.
just a little, because that little bit will grow. Because then you'll see that. Yeah. So here, okay.
So you're Cinderella.
So Zinetta, are you a Cinderella? No. So I'm a cynical person. Sorry. Don't be sorry for who you are, because I'm very cynical, and that's why I can always, entertain you with your questions and your comments.
So, so rephrase that statement, Wayne. Are you? I am cynical, or you just do cynical?
Yes, you just do cynical. Yeah, you're very cynical. So yeah, it's just and no, he said, I'm sorry, I'm labeling you both. Yeah, you can label us, but we don't put it over here. We don't put it on us because we already told who we are. You can go on there. You know what this means? So you can start this, after we go off live. You can go in the beginning and you can see the labels that we put on ourselves, and we don't take labels of other people. So no, I'm not a Cinderella, and no, Stefania might look like a mermaid, but she's not.
Which I really want to understand which part of me looks like a mermaid. Do I have gills?
I don't know. I don't know. That's
My arms
that
look like fins.
web hands. You get confused. We know. Yeah. So if you just change, or if you don't have a word for it, look it up. Do a thesaurus. Do a, you know, um, a word search. I love words. Words are, they bring forth life. Words are, it carries life and or death. So that's why I'm very careful with words. I'm very careful as to how I word things, how I label myself. um, what do I accept as what people call me as? I was called African American.
Okay. By your attitude, the way you like speak, maybe like it's not your looks, right?
Oh yes, because the way they said that because the way I speak
Mm.
and the way sometimes my attitude is or how I do things and how I react, then they said, "Oh, you must be from this state because this state they have African Americans over there that are whiter than you." Right.
Hmm.
But no, I don't have a drop. I took yes, yes, I know it for a fact because I took the DNA test. So no, I'm not African American. I don't even have a drop. So yeah, and and so it's it's funny what people label you as.
Mm.
It's very funny, and the most sad thing is what you label yourself as.
Yes. Yes. Which is
You
the
know
most
what
important.
you know. Who do you say you are? So take that question and ponder on the question, who am I? No, not your name. No, not your status in life or the hierarchy of the family. No, not your position. No, not what you do for a living. Who are you? you
Mm.
know um, take those three questions, those three words, not three questions, three words. Who am I? And be honest. Be honest. And also don't shortchange yourself as well.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So, Wayne, that last statement, rephrase that. Rephrase it in a way that's going to make you feel good. Imagine the opposite of that.
You know, um, low esteem. It's the most. Um, I want to use the right word. It's the most coddled,
Repeat. It's the most coiled
coddled,
or cuddled.
coddled, coddled. No,
Uh-huh.
coddled. You
Uh-huh.
know how you
Yeah.
coddle? Yeah, you're it's treated so like it's a spoiled brat. You coddle it. This is mine kind of thing. That is the one of the most coddled or protected um, emotion or not emotion. I don't want to say emotion because low self-esteem is not an emotion. It's a state of mind um, that we have as human beings. We Yes, this episode is going to be about you for now because you've been commenting. Because you've been commenting. So we're going to respond to your comments. Um, because it's called low self esteem. How you see yourself is how you're going to project it. If you see yourself as low, then you're going to have low self esteem. But if you see yourself as someone who is amazing, someone who is a great brother, a great father, a great uncle, a great friend, a great, you know, if you see yourself as that, if you have great friends that have, a good relationship with you, if you're a good employee, then your esteem should not be low. It should be high, because what you see about yourself and what others see about you is two total different things. You might be lying a little bit to yourself and you might not be seeing what is real. Other people see it. I always tell Stefania, girl, you got it. You you are fearsome, you are amazing, and if you can only see what I see. And so when people say that to you, Wayne, if you can only see what I see, what you have in you, then that means you are looking through the wrong lens. Yes, distortion. Absolutely. Absolutely distortion. You are looking in the wrong set of lens. You are not seeing yourself. You're not giving yourself credit. So I don't want to see that you have low self esteem anymore, or that you have two right feet, because you don't have two right feet.
Um, we have Vito. Hi,
Yeah.
Vito. How are you?
Hello, Vito.
Do you want to just read what Vito has actually shared? Because I think it's quite valid.
Yeah. Okay. It says, I resonate deeply with the idea that the essence of who we are transcends any label or designation. Yes. Beyond the roles we play or the titles we hold, there's a profound energy, an essence that connects us all. I see each of us individual as a beautiful tapestry woven from experiences. I just said that as we. I'm sorry. I'm so excited. Emotions, dreams, and aspirations, a unique blend that's impossible to confine within the boundaries of mere labels. When we peel away the layers of societal expectations or job titles, we uncover the core of our being, a radiant energy pulsating within us, a vibrant manifestation of love and interconnectedness. Well said. Now that's a drop the mic moment. Yes, absolutely.
So
When
true.
so true. So true. Yes. Oh, hello, Anitra.
Hi, Nitra.
You caught
Because a lot
us.
of people do hide behind their titles, you know.
They do.
You take their titles away and they're just
Mm,
lost. They don't know who they
yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah. They don't. And um, you know, so my previous life, I was always called First Lady. Yeah. I did not like that. It's a church culture. It's a culture of the church, where you become pastor and then the first lady. And I got to the point to where don't call me that. That's not my name. That is not my title. If I am the first lady, then who's the second?
Right. And the third and the fourth.
Yeah, my name is Zanetta. So address me as Zanetta. Oh no, we can't do that. Why not? That's on my birth certificate.
Right.
Everybody else calls me Zanetta. Of course, my children will call me mom because, but grown folks, please call me Zanetta. So, I, because that title makes you act a certain way.
Mm.
It makes you okay. So when we first did that, had that, and I was being called first lady. Oh, I'm the first lady. I am the head of all women around here. I am the head. Yeah. No, no, that is not right. It is not right. So when because I had that awakening moment like, oh gosh, this is not good. This is not me. This is not who I am. This is not, you know. So it took me away from who I am and who am I. And here's um, another, I would say, um, of my character. I'm a servant. That's who I am. I'm a servant. So a servant has a lowly demeanor, respect. We make sure that everybody's taken care of. What do you need? Do you need anything? That's a servant's heart. So me doing, oh no, you got to listen to me because I'm the first. No, that's not who I am, and it changed me, and I had to take that away because that label, that title, changes people. It really does. Oh, I have a PhD. Bravo. How is it working for you? Seriously, how is it working for you? So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to read again. I'm going to read one more. Oh, there's more. Ooh, from Vito. For me, self discovery isn't about fitting into categories or assigning labels. Instead, it's an exploration of the boundless expanses of consciousness and acknowledgement of the inherent divinity within each of us. It's embracing the idea we are not merely human beings having spiritual experiences, but spiritual beings having a human experience. In essence, we are infinite, ever evolving expressions of cosmic energy, each with our unique song to sing in the grand symphony of existence. This understanding fuels my practice, guiding me to connect with individuals on a profound level beyond the constraints of labels, recognizing the beauty and depth of the energy that unites us all. And he said he is doing well. It's wonderful listening to you, ladies. Thank you for reading that what I wrote. Of course, you're welcome. Yeah. So if we understand, instead of looking at each other as to what the titles are, the different, acronyms or letters behind our name. Um, when I read those, I'm like, I don't even know what those mean. CSM, MCM, whatever the other, the MSB.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you know,
masters.
I'll tell you what's happened in the past, what I like to do. I get a bit cheeky. So when I'm with some people that are all about titles and they're saying they've got this title and that title and PhDs
Hmm, hmm.
and etc. And they say, and what do you do, Stefania? I'll say, oh, I clean windows. You know what I do? You know those high rises in the city, those skyscrapers? I get up there and clean windows. And they go, ah, do you? And I just their whole face changes. Like and
Right.
then it's like they're intrigued. So he and I just laugh. I mean, I don't do it anymore. I used to do it, years ago. It used to be the cheeky times that I guess I used to do it for a reaction and to like jolt them a little bit and say, well, I'm not any of that, but I clean windows. And do you know how important it is to clean windows and to see through your office window with no rain marks and
Right. Yeah.
bird
That's
splatter and all that.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
create this whole
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
importance of my job. And they
Yes.
they were totally blown away. Yeah, and they'd stop talking about all their PhDs. Yeah,
Yes.
so isn't that interesting how
Yeah.
that can really, well, some people are just like, "Okay, you clean windows." Yeah,
Yeah.
make it really interesting.
Yeah. You know, I I've cleaned houses, and let me tell you, it's not a glamorous job. It really isn't. But but the people that own the houses that I clean, I have a quick judgment as to who they are, what kind of people they are, how they, what their life is, and I can make a quick assessment. And these people make a lot of money, and they have PhDs, they have double masters, double PhDs, and all of that. But okay, you can't clean your house. You can't even tidy it up. You can't even keep. I mean, seriously, you can't even make your bed. You're that too intellectual that you can't make your bed. So yeah, it becomes these titles puts you in a position, puts a person in a position of uh, this state that society, and unfortunately, sadly, put them in. Society has put them in that state of mind. Yeah. Wow. Oh my. Woo. This is titles and labels. While they can provide a sense of identity and recognition, often carry unseen weight. Absolutely, absolutely, boxing us into a predefined expectation. They can become rigid molds that shape how we perceive ourselves and how others perceive us, ultimately limiting our potential and the scope of the capability of our capabilities. When we adopt a specific title or label, it's as if we're subscribing to a script expected to adhere to certain behaviors, standards, or characteristics associated with that label. Over time, these expectations can become confining, stifling our natural growth and evolution. They create a framework within which we are supposed to operate, constraining our freedom to explore our full potential. Absolutely. You know, if you take a look at a child, let's take a look at Picasso, Pablo Picasso. He said, "It took me 7 years to become a master." I mean, if you take a look at Pablo Picasso, I've studied Pablo, and he is, I believe, he was the only living artist while his paintings were being sold at astronomical amounts, because he didn't die. He wasn't dead. He died when he was 90, I believe. I think it was in 2000 something when he passed away. When he finally passed away.
Yeah, he had good age on him.
Yeah, really good. Um, but if you take a look at he's known for his cubism. He's known for these. I call it his rebellious stage. But his actual paintings back in the day, they were beautiful. They're considered the Renaissance. They're considered the Baroque style. He knew how to do all of it, and he was fascinated, and he was inspired by all of these other artists as well. Uh, Gauguin, Monet, Manet, all of them. He was fascinated by them and inspired by them. But when he started to be conformed, or try to be put in a box, or try to be put in a frame, he was like, absolutely not. I'm not going to do this anymore. So this is what I'm going to do. And that made him more famous. And so he said it took him 7 years to become a master, but it took him a lifetime to paint like a child.
Mm.
Not being put in a box, not being told, "Oh no, you have to color in the line. You can't color outside the line." You remember that in elementary school? I remember that. Oh, you can't color outside the line. You know, you have to color inside. Um, and and so he said no. But if you take a look at a painting of a child or a drawing of a child, it knows no boundaries.
Mm.
There's no uh, limits. There's no. I mean, they do everything. I mean, how they draw. Um, what's his name? Schultz, the creator of Peanuts. Charlie Brown, Snoopy, Woodstock. You know, the simplicity of his drawing
Hmm.
is the hardest to duplicate.
Is it?
Everything else, it is. Yeah. You ask any artist, I know it's hard. His little smile with Charlie Brown and the way he draws Woodstock, it, it's like ugh. But he just draws it with simplicity because he said that he remembered how to draw when he was a child, and that's what he kept. He kept how he drew as a child. Yeah, so
That's
that's
beautiful.
fascinating. Yeah,
That's why that's why drawings and paintings from children are just so precious. You can just
they are
look into them and get lost in that painting or that picture because it just tells so much.
the innocence.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can see the creativity of it, and it's just beautiful. Yeah, yeah,
Love it.
yeah. So when we have been bombarded with all of this stuff, like what you keep on saying, Stefania, we spend so many years, half of our life, being taught what to do, being taught what to say, being taught how to, respond and how to act and, how to present ourselves. And then we spend half of our lives undoing it because we have been put in a box and we have been labeled.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So
Well, this has
we
been
have,
a great conversation, Zanetta. We've had
yeah,
some really great comments here from our audience, haven't we?
yes.
And I'm sure those that are watching and not commenting, I hope you're picking up
Yeah.
some pearls here of wisdom, not only from us, but also from our audience that are chiming in and writing. Because, yeah, that's what life is, a woven tapestry of humanity. I love as we ebb and flow
Yeah.
through life. What are you doing today? Well, I'm just going to be doing some ebb and flowing.
I'm just gonna ebb and flow today. That's what I'm gonna do. What do you mean by that? What do you
Everybody
mean by
didn't say that. If someone asks it, I'm going to do some. I'm just going to ebb and flow today. I'm cruising. I'm good.
that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What does that mean? What does ebb and flow mean to me? Whatever you want it to
Want.
mean.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
whatever you want it to be.
whatever you want it to
How
mean.
freeing is that? I mean, how freeing is that?
Yeah.
And you know what? It just puts a smile on my face because mums are really great in putting us in little boxes.
Oh
You
my
got
God.
no, you gotta do it like this. You gotta, and I still get that kind of you know conversation happening with my mum because I do love cooking and I love experimenting and I love putting things together and sometimes I don't follow the recipe or I'm not really tidy in the kitchen. I'm one of those, you know,
Oh,
cook.
messy cooks.
Sorry?
You're a messy cook.
I'm a messy cook, but organized,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
if that makes sense. Yeah?
yeah. Hmm.
Because some people cook and clean as they go.
Yeah.
Anyone out there that does that? You do that. All right. My mum does that. I, on the other hand, I cook and create this artistic array of pots and pans and bowls
Yeah.
everywhere, but I clean up at the end.
Hmm.
End result is what matters, because in the end, everything is wiped clean, everything is washed, everything is just in order, sparkling. Well, no, my mum will, yeah. And I said, okay, the butter's still on the bench. Yeah, you're right. And I haven't put that, the icing jar away. Yep, that's
Hmm.
right. So, yeah, we as, humans, because that's not just happened now, it's been all my life, but I've
Hmm.
not performed. Like, I'm an
Yeah,
adult now that's all grown up, and I still have not conformed to putting things away as I cook. I still do my thing. So, yeah, in life, like everything else, we can still play, allow ourselves to play, allow ourselves to not conform.
yeah,
Because my excuse is, I still might need it. I haven't put it away, so I still might need it.
yeah, yeah,
Might just want to,
yeah,
put some more butter in, which you really can't, because as you're cooking the ingredients, whatever. But um, yeah, it's interesting how we do things, but don't allow the message of the whole reason I'm saying this is, don't
do
allow
yeah,
that child to just be dimmed.
yeah, do
Allow that inner child that wants to play, however it wants to play,
yeah,
and play like, nobody's watching, and it's fun, and in fact, imagine everyone applauding you
yeah,
if you have to.
yeah. The business or the company that makes a lot of money every single day is Disney.
Is what?
Disney.
Disney. Yeah. And why is that?
Why? Because it
That's you're
brings
asking
out
yourself
the
why.
inner child.
That's right.
It brings out the inner child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and adults will watch it, and they're not only watching it because they're taking their children to watch a movie, but they watch it because they can lose themselves and be that child, and just for
Hmm.
that hour or so, or 2 hours, or however long the movie is, just
Hmm.
feel that play going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at the amusement park, Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise. You think it's just for kids? No, adults go there too because
Not
those
just for
crowds are just
children, not just for children. Exactly, exactly.
yeah. And I'm a huge Disney fan. You will catch me sometimes watching Cinderella. Yes, Wayne, I watch Cinderella.
It is
Um,
one of your favorite?
um, my favorite actually is Beauty and the Beast. That's one of my
Oh,
favorite.
I know. I like Beauty and the Beast too.
I just love that story. You know, so but yeah, it's I love The Lion King.
Lion King. I was just about to say I
Yeah,
love the Lion King. I
love
should
it. I
I
can
should pull out
quote.
some of those videos and watch them actually. They're good fun. Good
Yeah,
fun.
I can quote all of them.
Why not? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
yeah. So we've been on here for an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Just
thank
an
you
hour and a half.
for sticking. Yeah. Um, so yeah, for those of you that just that just joined, please go. In the beginning because we kind of break it down a little bit as to really define who you are. Um, it changes a perspective of how you see yourself. Um, I see, Anitra, you say you're a mommy, a wife, a daughter, a woman of God, a follower of Jesus Christ, and the list goes on. Um, I would implore you to go to the beginning and see the difference, because right now it's what you're saying is your title.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, we'd like to know who Anitra is, not the title or the status in life. Um, so yeah, I really I want to see yours in writing, Stefania.
I do? Mm.
I want to see yours in writing. I wrote mine, so that I can, look at it from time to time and be able to, when one of those days comes, then I can take a look at it and I read it and I was like, oh yes, yes, I'm a curator of creativity. Yes, that's who I am. I am a voice that echoes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, never mind. That's
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And, and that's a great idea, and I suggest to read it once you have written it down, to
mm-hmm.
read it and reread it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Just reinforces who you are, and in in a funny way, it gives you permission to continue being that
Yes, yes,
because of, you know, all the influences and everything that's going on around us and what's right, what's wrong, what's expected, what people think will deter you from being that person,
yeah,
from being in the flow of being you,
right,
whatever that looks like.
yeah. And for those of you that's still here, um, I would like to know. We would like to know, now that we've talked about, uh, who we are and we should say, um, as to who you are, not what you do. We would like to get it in writing as well.
Yeah, please
The
share.
perspective changed. See if it changed at all. So yeah, we would like for you to share. Love to see it.
Absolutely. And thank you for chiming in.
Yeah.
We acknowledge you, we love you, we thank you because we keep doing this because you keep showing up. And the more
Yeah.
you show up, the more we keep going. We'll just keep going. And even if you don't show up, we still keep going.
I was about to
Because
say the same thing.
but we do know that, not everybody chimes in, and that's fair enough. Everyone has their reason why. However, we love you all.
Yes, we do.
We will be back. Now, what's happening? Is this our last segment for the year before Christmas?
Yes, this will be the
We don't
last segment.
know.
Then I shall see you next year.
Yeah, so we're going to be back the week after the first, which is, I'm not sure. Do you know the date exactly,
Yes, I can.
Janetta? I know we're going to put a post
A
up, but
few minutes. That would
see
be the
you in
5th, January the 5th.
2024. Do you remember when it was 2000? The big hype about 2000? And now we're in 2024.
24. 24 years later,
That's crazy.
and the world has not stopped.
Mm-mm.
as, as they as they predicted so many times.
The world was going
The,
to end.
yes. Maybe we should talk about that next year. Of all these false prophets continuing to predict when the world is going to end.
Hmm.
Even the person who knows it's going to end, um, hasn't even told anybody, according to scripture. According to
That's a whole,
scripture.
that's a whole nother story, a whole nother topic.
Yes. So, yeah. So,
All right.
until next time, until next year,
Yes. We send you lots of love.
and lots of passion. Bye for now.
Bye.